What a fabulous series that was. I think Madison's going to become a cult figure in our time, don't you? A new series next week of Runaway Bay. If you saw it last year, you'll realise it's top stuff and very exotic too. That's next week, and more drama, of course, tomorrow in Oasis. Yeah, fine. The singing isn't improving. Robert goes missing tomorrow, and they finally christen the jungle the Oasis. About time too. But a brand new series of Go Wild next on CITV.
Coming soon on CITV, a brand new series of Runaway Bay.
Runaway Bay is the premier hotel on Madinina.
And of course, an atmosphere of calm always prevails.
Oh yes, an exciting new series of Runaway Bay soon on CITV.
Part of your nutritious breakfast.
You're my favourite!
I wish it were dark so he couldn't see my skin. Pitch black would be nice.
Relax. You use Clearasil lotion every day.
He is so cute.
It removes the daily build-up of dirt and grease that can cause spots. I want to tell you that, you look great.
Thanks.
For fewer spots and healthier-looking skin, Clearasil lotion every day.
Wanted for rustling hamburgers. He says he was roped into it.
Golly, the judging's started.
Oh, quick! Odd. Auntie hasn't made a thing.
That means the Thatcher's wife will win.
My dears, all my ambrosia Devon custard has disappeared.
Suspicious. Come on. Not clever enough to use it herself.
She cunningly hid it from Auntie. But the judging's almost over and the seconds are ticking away.
Ah, but it's quick to use.
Her crying over a trifle. Never mind her. It's time for your reward. Lashings and lashings of ambrosia Devon custard.
Hey, wait till you see this. Half price in the sale. What do you think?
Not bad.
What did you get, Nikki?
Industrial strength face cream.
Your Kleenex loo rolls.
Oh, and these earrings, because Derek thinks they're sexy.
Hey, you should have got one of these.
Well, Mother Nature skimped on me a little bit.
Go on, try it on.
Kleenex toilet tissue, one of life's little comforts.
You know, if she booked an hour cruises through Lump Collie, she could save £180.
Get away.
Oops.
Back in a minute, darling.
What is it with you adults? Well, you insist I drink this milk stuff every day. The only time I see you have it is in coffee. I mean, this stuff's delicious. Oh, I love it. And just look what great shape I'm in. Whoa! You know, I'm only 18 months and I'm already 2'6". I'll tell you, I think you adults must be a couple of blocks short of a building set. Oh, speaking of which.
Are you good little boysy gone and drunk all your Milky Wilky?
Oh, now, come on. I mean, is that really the behaviour of a normal human being? It ain't just kid stuff.
Why buy these two when Bold is all-in-one and costs less? And our new powder refill bag saves you even more.
We're in the wrong bowl, Bob.
It all looks very messy, doesn't it? But very exciting, and something very exciting is going to be happening here next Monday. It's all a bit mysterious. Find out then. Now it's time for a brand new series. Chris Packham returns with Go Wild. Lots of direct action for you to take and info on green issues. Today they're looking at the subject of money and how it can be put to good use with the environment. And also there's a new character called Granite. Let's find out more. Go Wild.
Dolphin-friendly tuna. Deforestation.
Recycling rubbish.
Recycling. Anywhere. Third world death. Litter. Veggie burgers. Purchasing power. Smog. We've only got one world.
Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Go Wild. I'm Chris Packham and this is your environmental programme. Now we've got all the usual things like Go Local, where we see what kids are up to in the UK, Go Global, when we see what they're doing all over the world, and if we get some products which we don't quite like, they get to meet Ronnie the Rottweiler in the doghouse in Go Green. There's also the all-new Go For It spot, where you get to give us your green point of view. And of course, you can phone into the Action Centre. The lines are open 24 hours a day, 0891 600 510. But do ask your parents if you can ring first. You don't want to run up a massive bill and start a domestic argument, do you? And domestic arguments might come in today's programme, because it's in fact all about money and the incredible power that that money has. Now, you may think that it's not that important, but in fact every pound spent has an influence on the environment, either for the good or for the bad. And you can control some of that power with the money that you have in your pocket and the influence that you have over your friends and family and the way they spend it. But you know what I want to know is how this stuff, these few sort of round bits of metal and this paper and these bits of plastic got to be so powerful. How is it that we can get just about anything we want with this?
Ages ago, before money was invented, people used to get these by swapping what they had, what they needed. For example, coal for basket.
But as it got more complicated, money was invented as a sort of a swap thing. So everything had an agreed value sort of thing. A price.
Money's actually started as actual quantities of precious metals. For instance, a pound of gold or silver could get you quite a bit down at the local market. But times have changed, and money isn't worth that much anymore, although it still stands as the actual value of the precious metals it was once made of. It's the minerals from deep in the earth, like gold and precious stones, and now gas and oil, that create great wealth and cause major problems in the environment.
It's not so much where are you as what on earth are you?
Well, that's harassing on a rock trail. But, oh, you humans, I haven't seen you since you were running around in furry underpants.
You're really old.
Oh, don't be personal. You'll be talking about my weight next. Actually, no. The last time I saw you was about 50 years ago, and you were dropping bombs on each other. One of them landed on a friend of mine, and he woke up in 4 different countries. Still can't get himself together. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop. Oh, don't worry. It's just me, Tenant John. He's not much trouble, really.
What shall we call you then?
Well, my friends call me Granite, but you can call me Granite as well.
Well, look, Granite, Gravel, whatever your name is, you know, I've got better things to do than stand around here bantering with a boulder. You can stay, but Rebecca, Tony and Sean are going to have to look after you. I've got to get on with the programme.
Ooh.
Right, let's rock and roll then, Granite.
Great! You rock and I'll roll. Hey! Oh, here we go, here we go.
Do you realise that everything on this planet has always been here? Even since these dinosaurs were barging about the planet, frightening each other, everything on the planet has always been here in some form or other. Apart from heat and light getting in and out and
space rockets.
Space rockets. Apart from heat and light getting in and out and space rockets, everything on the planet has always...
And meteors.
Thank you, Nadia. Apart from heat and light getting in and out the occasional space rocket and meteors, everything on the planet has always been here in some form or other.
So even gold and diamonds?
Yeah, even gold and diamonds.
So how come some people are rich and some people are poor?
That's a good question, that, Nadia.
Right then, now once you get the money in your pocket, what do you do with it? Well, you either spend it or you save it. And have you ever wondered why piggy banks are called piggy banks? Probably not, but you're about to find out.
Well, you see, it's because for hundreds of years, families that lived in the country used to have pigs in their back garden, and they used to feed them scraps. They used to feed them scraps because basically pigs eat anything.
And then in the winter, you could either sell it for money, or you could kill it and live off the meat all through the winter. It was like saving up for the future. So basically, like having money was like having money in the bank.
But we humans have always made money out of other animals. Now this here is a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig, and this is Pauline, not a pig. Anyway, pot-bellied pigs are specially bred to produce more meat in their pot belly, meaning more money for their owners.
So there you go, there's your answer. That's why they're called piggy banks. Next time you play Trivial Pursuit, you're going to storm to victory, aren't you? Now, aside from making a good way of saving money, it's also very ecologically sound because you're recycling all of those scraps and putting it into a long-lasting food source. But before you all phone in, of course, that pot-bellied pig is not going to be eaten because they actually make excellent pets and they're not going to end up in anybody's belly. But, you know, helping out with the environment is a great way of saving money. Take a look at what these Swedish kids have been up to.
800 miles north of Stockholm, Sweden, very near the Arctic Circle, lies the tiny village of Saxfors. The air is clear and fresh, and you would think that they don't have many environmental problems. What they do have, though, is a lot of snow, and a lot of fun. The school has only 44 pupils, and when they're not eating, or celebrating the end of Christmas with an exploding cake, then they're studying. When they looked at the environment, they discovered that the local water was quite polluted with the residues of washing materials and detergents and shampoos. There's only one shop in the village that didn't keep any products which are environmentally more friendly. So what do you do when there's only one shop and it doesn't have what you want?
Do you think we can start a shop here in the school?
Yes!
They worked out what they needed, and who could supply it. Then they ordered it, and it arrived by bus, the school bus. They stocked up the shop, and the time had come to open. At first they only sold to their parents, but then more villagers came to the school to buy green and to help the environment. The children dealt with the money in the bookkeeping, and they made a profit, some of which went to organisations such as Greenpeace. So, what did the local shopkeeper think?
I was very upset at first, but I admire the children for what they have done. And as you see, I now stock many of those greener products. But now that the villagers can buy green here, the school shop should close.
So,
there you go, a green school shop, just the sort of thing that you could get up to yourself. You might even make some money. And that money would be worth just about the same amount all over Europe. But let's take a look at what that money might be worth all over the world. Holly?
If we take £2 to be an average amount of pocket money for kids in Britain, this is what we could buy. Either 4 comics, 7 chocolate bars, 5 cans of fizzy drink, 2 cheeseburgers, or 1/30th of a computer game.
In the third world, an awful lot of people have to live off what some of us get for pocket money. And they wouldn't think of wasting it on things like computer games and comic books. In Somalia, take £2. It could buy enough grain for 6 people for 1 week.
In Indonesia, £2 could buy you a chisel to help rebuild your house after a recent earthquake. And in Burkina Faso, if you had £2 to spare, one of the most useful things you could buy with it would be a rake. And in Kenya, £2 could buy you half a goat or a third of a donkey.
So why is it then that Western countries are so rich whilst third world countries are so poor? Why is it when nearly all of the world's natural resources are in third world countries that they owe us so much money? Why is it that they have to destroy most of their native resources, things like tropical rainforest, in order to try and pay us back? That is the question. And to throw some light on it, we've got some pupils from Toot Hill School in Nottingham, and they're going to be the first people ever to go for it.
In 1973, world oil prices hit the roof. Oil producers became very rich and put large amounts of money into big banks. Banks had to make quick profits, and so they made loans to poorer countries, knowing that they would make more money. And so the scene was set. And everyone could play the Third World Dance! Let's see how it starts.
What would you do with $50 million?
Our bankers!
We could buy all the oil we need.
We could start massive projects. We could build things.
We'll be a popular government and a great country.
A third world government.
Just remember, you must pay a little bit of interest.
No problem.
Fine. Right, now you've got the money, you need to buy the project.
We've got some great money-spending ideas.
We're going to build a dam. And a motorway.
What for?
For tourists.
We haven't got any tourists.
You will have. We're going to build a tourist resort.
Right, now you need some oil.
Oh, yeah. Did I hear you say, oh, yeah? You come to the back place? Yes. We've got barrels at a reasonable prices.
Right, time to move on.
Interest you. Thank you. Have a nice day. But we've only got this much money left. Oh, no, you haven't. Oil prices have just gone up. Oh, dear, and so have interest rates. Sorry.
What are we going to do?
Hey, look at all these beautiful and natural trees.
Trees don't make money.
They do if you chop them down and turn them into timber and plant coffee in their place.
Yay!
Timber! Who are you? We're the local farmers.
And we're the government.
And this is our land.
Oh, no, it isn't.
So where are we going to live? We'll make lots of money and build factories in the city so there'll be loads of jobs for everyone. But what about the environment?
Forget the environment. Everybody else does. Now, you need to plant some coffee.
And make loads of money by selling the coffee.
Sorry, the price of coffee's gone down.
Sorry, interest rates have gone up again.
Oh, what a shame. Never mind.
It looks like you need another loan. What would you do with $50 million? We could pay off our first loan.
Sounds familiar. Oh dear, not only have we chopped down all those trees, ruined the soil and overcrowded the cities, but we've caused anger and unhappiness. Well, we'll just have to leave them to it. And next week, we shall play the Ozone Layer!
So money gives the West power over the third world countries, but you share some of that power with the pound in your pocket. Because if you don't like a product and you don't buy it, they can't produce it. It's as simple as that. Let's go green. It's not only how you spend your money, it's also how you save it that you can influence the environment. Isn't that right, Justin?
Yes. Well, the first place you'd think to save money would be a bank.
4 big banks themselves, between them, owed about £8.3 billion worth of third world debt, and that's mostly from South America. Lloyds in the Midland are owed about £3 billion worth of debt, Barclays about £1.3 billion, and NatWest, who are the best, still are owed about £250 million.
They can get rid of the debts and give that money to environmental projects in the country. NatWest have done some good debt for nature projects in Madagascar and in Peru. Midlands have done one in the Sudan, but still it's only a tiny part of the money still owed to them.
The advantage of saving with a building society is that they don't lend to third world countries. The Ecology Building Society invests in ecologically sound businesses. Unfortunately, they only have a few business branches.
You see, they can't, in fact, actually invest that money abroad. So who's going to go in the doghouse this week? Who's going to meet Ronnie the Rottweiler?
Well, basically, it's the 4 high street banks. Lloyds.
Lloyds, in they are. In they go with Ronnie.
Barclays.
Barclays, in.
NatWest.
NatWest, in they go.
And Midland.
Lovely, lovely. In with Ronnie the Rottweiler.
They've all made an effort to try and save the third world problem, but that's still not enough. There is still a lot more they can do.
So there you go. What you must do before you invest any money is ask the building society or the bank for their environmental policies, and don't believe everything that you read. Really check it out. Talking of checking it out, in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have a programme all about fun, and we want you to take part in one of our surveys. Isn't that right, Shauna?
Well, I can imagine that once in all of our lives, we've all been to zoos, safari parks, or even circuses for fun. But hold on a minute. Do you really think it's right that wild animals should be kept in captivity just for our entertainment? We want to hear your views. If you think it's okay for wild animals to be kept in captivity, ring us on 0891 600 511. If you think that it's okay for them to be kept, just as long as they're allowed to roam around, like in safari parks, ring us on 0891 600 512. And if you think that they should never ever be kept in captivity, ring us on 0891 600 513. And we really do want to know your views, so do call in. The lines are open 24 hours, and we'll have the results of this survey in 2 weeks' time. Oh, and remember, you better check it's okay with your parents before you ring.
What are you doing with that, then? Look, Granite, what are you doing here? I've just come on to launch the new Children's Forest Appeal.
Ooh.
But the trouble is, our special guest hasn't turned up.
Well, but I'm your special guest. You remember, you said I was going to be your special guest. So come on, let's have a launch then. Makes a change from an avalanche.
Avalanche?
Oh, I'm hungry now. I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah, all right, OK, you can stand in for the special guest, but I mean stand in, because we've got a 40-ton truck coming to take you away pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Now, in the next 10 weeks, we want to raise £10,000 to buy some Ecuadorian rainforest, which is currently very much in danger of being destroyed. You see, in Ecuador, there's a regional forest called the Jatan Sacha, and we want to organise buying about 300 acres of this. Now, the Children's Tropical Forest Charity has already raised enough money in the last 5 years to buy 17,000 acres in Costa Rica.
We want to set up a similar project for our appeal in Ecuador. It's an area of virgin tropical forest on the lower slopes of the Andes. It's home to thousands of amazing plant and animal species, as well as the local Indian tribal people.
But there's no catch. We don't actually want your money. Take a look at this.
Hello, my name's Brendan.
Hello, Brendan.
This is my school. These are my classmates. We raised over £500. So we bought this. And this. And this. And we even won an award. Perhaps you're wondering how we did it.
How did you do it, Brendan?
We did it with these. We collected hundreds. All the money we make goes to environmental projects. This is the man from Alcan.
Hello.
He collects cans. Then he gives us money. You must collect aluminium cans. This is an aluminium can, this is a steel can. No, this is an aluminium can, this is a steel can. No, this is. No, this is. This is an aluminium can, this is a steel can. Steel cans are heavy and magnetic. So if you want to raise money for the environment...
Yes, Brendan.
Then get collecting. Now.
Oh, sorry, it's crystal clear, isn't it? Start collecting your aluminium cans. Now, you can do this on your own or through your school, whatever that is. Something to do with fish, isn't it?
Fish, something to do with fish. You've then got to take them to your nearest can collection centre, and you'll find Granite Appeal... Granite Appeal?
Huh?
Just a minute, let me check the script. Hmm? It is the Granite Appeal.
The Granite Appeal? Oh, you could knock me over with a slice of bread. I've never had an appeal named after me before.
No.
Oh, this will be great.
Yeah, roll in here, covered in moss, and now the appeal's named after you.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
take your cans to McDonald's, William Lowe, Stewart's, or crazy prices. And in the next 10 weeks, by taking your cans there, we want to raise £10,000, which is going to enable us to buy 300 square acres, or square acres, they're always square, aren't they, acres? 300 acres of rainforest. Now, I think that's very exciting. The very, very own Go Wild Nature Reserve in a tropical rainforest. Absolutely fabulous. It's about all I've got time for this week, actually, but what have you got to remember? The green pound in your pocket is very powerful. Be careful how you spend and save it. And remember, it's time for us all to do the can-can.
And it's great to have Go Wild back. And what an odd-looking character that Granite is. Looks a bit like Grotbags, doesn't he? Tomorrow, we start with Ronnie Emu at 10 to 4. It's called Snap, Crackle and Pop, and Grotbags tries to shrink Emu down to size so she can carry him off. Though I don't think she's very successful. 4 o'clock tomorrow, it's Took and Tex, Soccer at Term, more fun with the Mad Ducks. 4:15, Count Duckula, and Mountie always gets his duck. And we finish with the fabulous Oasis at 20 to 5 when Robert goes missing and they finally christen the jungle the Oasis. About time to have the best evening ever, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 to 4. Till then, bye-bye.
Coming soon.
Welcome to Barton Wood, our lovely new school.
And everyone's going to be good, aren't they?
No.
There'll be lessons, pranks, and most important, football.
Oh! The girls play this.
Of course. A runny day like Cossie Day.
It all adds up to a brilliant new drama series soon on CITV. 3, 7, 11. See this.
A chance to go for those big Gold Run prizes. That's what our contestants are aiming for next on Central in Blockbusters.